What's up, brother? Brother, how you?
What's good, man? Cooler, man. Staying out the way,
Out the way we were today, and then we got a message on both on our phones. We get the alerts, and Jordan Schultz reported that the Commanders have been shopping running back Brian Robinson Jr. to teams around the league. The former third round pick out of Alabama is entering the final year of his contract. But before we even get into that, how was you feeling? What was your thought when you got the message?
Um, I was shocked, to say the least. I didn't think we would be getting this at this moment in time. We kind of toured around with this idea throughout the off season, but we kind of thought that nothing would, come of it because him being on the last year of the rookie deal. So it was like, okay, but then you hear someone in the national media come out and say that they're shopping him around. We've heard this before, so I don't know if we want to put too much into it, but I mean, it's definitely uh humbling, to say the least.
Yeah, for sure. And this was first reported. I believe it was Ben Standig, was it?
Mhm.
Reported this just the other day about BRob being potentially not being on the team week one.
Yeah,
And then the news came out today, but I think Ben tweeted this what out like Thursday, it was
yeah,
last week.
yeah. It
Trying to,
definitely came out last week. It
I
was
can't
a,
find it.
it was a thing about that, and I was like, wow, when that came out. So I mean, that just goes to show what you said, throughout the preseason, and your praise of Ja'Cory Croskey-Merritt, out of New Mexico, via what was it, Arizona that he didn't
Arizona.
play. He
Hmm.
set out the entire year last year. He went to practice every day. He practiced. He did everything he could, and went to the East West Shrine game, became the MVP. Got drafted in the seventh round by us, and he's been the talk of camp. Um, by all the local media and the podcasters that have been out there. And he's a guy that you've been high on ever since you saw his 7 highlights from the draft. So,
Yeah, I mean, and immediately I went back. My immediate reaction to it was like, wow, I didn't, like you said, at this point, you don't think that not just late in camp. I mean, yeah, but not kind of no. In the sense of if you was gonna move BRob, I think you would have got better compensation maybe around the draft. But I kind of get that. Okay, you didn't know what you had prior to now. So, if this development or this post in reference to these rumors are true, then it makes. I guess it do kind of. You're put in a situation now. It's like get something for him. Um, you know, because you might not. You're definitely probably not going to re-sign him after the year. And it's like, is he a true fit to this offense and all the creativity that Cliff can do? So it just kind of, take back. Like if I think back to when Cliff was with Arizona, I don't feel like he had like power backs. I know he had
he had James Conner.
I mean, yeah, but he's still more smaller, more elusive, more shiftier than BRob. Um and then and he, he's definitely you can catch out of the backfield. I think he's just a little bit more versatile than BRob, but also Chase Edmond. What I mean, he had kind of like those shiftier, smaller type guys. It wasn't really power backs in my eyes. So maybe he's not a great fit for the offense, and they're just seeing what's out there for him. But will it happen? We don't know. But I mean, hey, what would it take? I mean, I'm first thing I thinking like or see was like shit. Well, if you can package him and Payne for Hendrickson, is that something you'll be interested in?
I mean, I think the Hendrickson's ship has sailed. I don't even want to go back into that conversation and start talking about the Hendrickson thing. It's a mute point at this time. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like lost for words. I can't really fathom why you would wait until this point to want to move on from him. Because, like, realistically, what are you going to get? You're really not going to get nothing for him, because whoever decides to trade for him, if they trade for him, they gotta re-sign him because he's going to be up. So that's another aspect of it. So that's going to bring your market down as far as what we're going to get in return. And he's not like a high demand back, in that sense. I mean, I get the point of, though, if you are going to trade him, if you are going to, you want to move on from him, see what you can get. I guess anything is worth an asset. You know what I'm saying? For a guy that we're probably not going to re-sign anyway. So I can see it from that point. But I just thought that they were going to rock with him through this season and go from there. Because BRob is a guy that has kind of contributed, that kind of has, given us something where I feel like there are other guys that are on the roster that haven't contributed shit. And, just looking at social media, when the news came out, everybody's like, yeah, get rid of BRob. Now y'all talking about get rid of him, but y'all was just praising his graces and saying how good of a back he was, and we needed him. This is that and the third. It's just like, okay. I'm not saying we need to get rid of him or we need to keep him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, whatever. Whatever it's going to take for us to win, that's where I'm at with it. But it's the timing couldn't be worse.
Yeah. And like for here, just kind of seeing some of the reactions out there from the reporters, local and national. Grant Paulson putting out fillers is very different than actively trying to trade him. But the running back room is deep. JCM looks game ready. Eckler has some left in the tank. And it's a roster bubble between Rodriguez. They're saying that Rodriguez, who's known as a roster bubble, has proven that he's capable in a similar role to BRob. And remember last year when Rodriguez filled in for BRob, he did pretty solid, had some solid games. So Rodriguez definitely is someone they, probably really electing to keep. From what I've seen this preseason, it seemed like, they really like him. Jordan Schultz, BRob has been highly productive through his first 3 seasons, rushing 2,300 yards, 20 touchdowns, all while coming back from being shot his rookie year. We like running back depth, but Robinson is available for the right price. Some of the other reactions sounds like Bill is very high on the command is very high on Bill becoming RB1. Mechie got traded earlier. So yeah, it was just, a few reactions out there. Brandon says Washington, when they had BRob field and punts, that was the writing on the wall. And were we at that practice? Was that a practice we was at when he was back there catching punts?
I can't remember if he was catching punts or not. What practice that was.
Okay, but I feel like I did see that. And Brandon saying Washington doesn't see BRob in their future plans and wants to see if any running back needy teams is willing to offer any draft compensation for him. Chris Russell, who didn't see this coming. Staff was frustrated heading into the Detroit game with him. He ended up rebounding.
But so that was I get this. I get Chris Russell's point, but if that was the point, then why would you go through a whole offseason with him on your roster? Why wouldn't you move on from him?
I guess they didn't know
what Henderson is doing. Like, we could have drafted him. We see what he's doing for the Patriots. Everybody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, why would they get all the way to this point? We could have been moved on if they was going to move on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. We could have probably had Hendrickson Jakari Croskey-Merritt and another back. So I don't know. I guess it's the way the chips fell in the draft. Maybe
Possibly,
that's why.
yeah. Because remember around the draft time, he was rumored to be shopped back then. Because I was looking back through some videos, and we touched on it in one of our episodes. So his name was swirling back then. So
Yeah.
probably tried to move him and couldn't.
Yeah. And then this right here is will be talked about before about Ben Stanek. He said this. This was on Riggles Rag. He was quoted saying, "I'm going against Brian Robinson on roster. I have no insight into that. If Ja'Cory Croskey-Merritt's on the team, I just don't know how they are sitting him." And that's from a guy who's at practice every day, who's kind of seeing the inner workings going on behind the scenes a little bit, and it's kind of got a little pulse on the team. So, you know, that's that was telling to me the other day when we sent this out when I sent this out in the group chat. I was like, damn, like that's crazy. And then a couple days later, Jordan Schultz comes with this news that they're shopping him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but are you? I mean, is that some like deep now? You like you said, you're even keel about it. Whether it happens or not, it don't matter for you.
If they just bring in somebody that's going to replace him, I don't know. Bill may be the guy. He may be the number one. I don't know. I don't know. I need to see a little bit more Bill. Hopefully we get a glimpse of him Monday night. A little better glimpse of him. I know he had the black practice jersey on all week in practice,
Yeah.
the non-contact jersey. So we'll see what's going on with him. I don't know. Our running back room is famous for an injury, so that's kind of like underwhelming for me. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they look at it as keeping 4. Right now we got 5. You keep 4.
But I would think BRob will be. I mean, to me, I feel like he's one of the better backs. But I mean, to get rid of BRob, to get a 7th round pick. I mean, what is he going? What do you think he's going to go for? I don't think it's going to be nothing. No 4th or no 5th.
You might can
get
a
6th or
maybe
7th.
you might can get a 5th or a 6th, just depending. You might can get a 5th or a 6th.
BRob was a 3rd round pick coming out.
Yeah. And like you said, his numbers, I mean, it's productive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
but that just goes to show if they're looking to move, well, I guess he has been here a little bit longer than some of the other people that I'm mentioning. But I mean, it seems like this organization is like, if you ain't gonna help,
yeah,
move on.
I mean, yeah, but also like I was mentioning earlier, it's not one of their guys. You know what I mean? Another situation where it's a wrong guy or, somebody just from the previous regime and hey, they willing to let these guys go. You know what I mean? Like I keep saying, if this is true, if this development is true.
And to go back to your question about the him and Payne, I'm hesitant to want to let Payne go because I feel like Payne can really offer a lot and can play well for us. But then that goes back to that he's not one of their guys that they brought in here. So, I don't know. But I mean, production wise, I guess I have to call a spade and say yes, Payne would just have to go because Hendrickson gives you more based off of what he's done the last 3 seasons. So you know what I mean?
Correct.
So that would definitely be an upgrade for them to. If you imagine having him, then you still got a Frankie Louvu, then you still got a Von Miller. You know what I mean? You still got Dorrance Armstrong. That depth, that pass rusher would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be. It will be sick. I agree.
That would kind of put us over the top. I know this probably ain't gonna happen, but it's my thinking. Shit, throw in Terry or something, and maybe see if we can get back Higgins or something. I don't know. So I'm just be creative. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm just saying it's just something to think about. Because I don't think they would like the rumors was they might trade Terry straight up, But why would they trade Terry to him for without and get another receiver? Because then that would be 4 receivers in their room. Like, because you got Isavos and you have Trey, you got Higgins and you got Chase, and then you would have Terry. So that don't make sense for them on that part. So they would have to part ways with one of them.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense. But I don't think T. Higgins would get traded based on him just signing that deal. Like, you would take all type of hits, financial hits by moving him when he just signed a deal. So that's out the door. So,
well, then I don't think that rumor of probably moving Terry is feasible. Then,
yeah,
because
no,
who you
I
gonna
don't
get
think.
back from? Like, where you gonna trade Terry?
Correct.
Straight up? You gonna trade Terry for Hendricks?
No, I don't see
Shit,
that
but what if?
happening.
I mean, I'm floating this out there. What if it's like, damn, we're getting ready to play them on Monday. Damn, you re-sign Terry and you find a way to trade for Hendrickson? That would be lit. Like,
Yeah, I saw a tweet earlier that was saying that don't be surprised if Washington get a deal with the Cincinnati tomorrow, especially with it's a game. They're gonna be negotiating as a game, or at least while they in town. Like, you never know.
I would say I would part ways with Payne and BRob for Hendrickson.
I think I would too.
Maybe a pick or something. Like, you got to give them more. You got to sweeten the deal for them more. Hendrickson is a way better player than them.
I
Like,
mean, but they ain't gonna get. They
Hendrickson
ain't
is
getting no
he's
picks.
up there.
They not.
He's up there with a Miles Garrett type, like
um,
based off of his production.
Yeah, but
So
they
I
what
don't.
pick? They not getting no pick. If you got a Payne and a BRob, they're not getting a pick.
Payne is on the going into the last year of his deal
So it's
too.
Trey.
A
So
BRob going into
exactly,
the last year of his deal.
exactly. So yeah, I don't think it'll have a negative impact on the trade.
Yeah.
They end up winning. I mean, yeah, they probably could sign both of them for what they're gonna pay Trey.
Yeah. The last reports I saw was, Cincinnati was offering 28 million for him. I don't know what he wants in his market, but what did Miles Garrett got what? Like 50, almost 50 a year season or some shit like that?
I don't even know. That's a good question.
I could be wrong. I'm just throwing a number out there.
That's a good question. But yeah, so so we got a report. There was some newer reports about Terry McLaurin. Did you catch any of those over the last couple of days?
No, what's the reports? Catch
About
me out.
to catch you up 1 second.
Or you talking about the report where they said that they were close to he's going to sign for the 30 million? They're going to offer it in the
Yeah,
next couple of days when they activate him off the pup.
yeah. So he got activated off the pup. Then yeah, the report was that he'll be signing an extension worth 30 million before the season starts. That came from Ricky Scoops, a guy that a lot of people say he was really wrong about things. So I mean, if I don't know, I don't know if that's the case, but if that would be the case, then I just don't see if a scenario where you pay Trey for Hendrickson and pay Terry. Like, how the hell you gonna do both of that?
And that's what I was thinking. But it would be nice.
Oh, it would be great, lovely, lovely. Who else we got? Damn, my bad. Y'all know that one. Cut that one out. All right, so next we can talk about the Bengals Commanders preview. Dan Quinn said that our starters will play some. Didn't quantify it. So we will see Jayden out there. And some of the other starters, we will see Bill. And I know you not really a man too fond of JD5 playing. So would you still feel that way?
I mean, absolutely. I absolutely feel like that he's the franchise quarterback. I mean, I get it. You want to try to get him some work, but I feel like you can get him that work in practice. He don't need to be out there possibly, taking a shot or whatever and getting hurt because we go as far as he goes, and that's just the facts of it. And I know people don't want to always think about, oh, you scared of injuries, boo boo, but yeah, I don't want to lose, potentially lose our franchise quarterback before they even get underway. Just to play in the preseason game to a Pete, we know what we're going to see from him. So like, what more do we need to see?
I
I mean,
mean,
really, it is just a warm up for him.
I want to see him with these receivers. I want to see them getting reps. I want to see it, full speed in the game. While again, I know it's preseason, and still, but it won't hurt for a series or two, depending on how it go. But I mean, them going out there and moving the ball, and some of these other guys out there stepping up, that will make me feel more comfortable because I mean, it'll help a little bit. I'm sure it's not going to change it drastically, but I still have a big worry, like we all do, for this wide receiver room. And what I mean, somebody's going to have to step up. But outside, let's see if it's really true that no matter who out there, he gonna get it done. Because these guys out here now is Bush.
So you want to see him with the receivers?
Yeah, I want to see
Debo and them.
Debo and the guys.
We've been saying this for 5 weeks.
I want to see it in
4 weeks.
That's in practice. I want to see it in a game.
What's the difference? I mean, this is still 11 on 11. You seeing it?
I hear, but I still want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it out there against another opponent.
You going up a different opponent, but we've been saying it. And if
they come out there flat, if they come out there flat, like even I mean, I want to see Jayden Lane, with Jayden. I want to see, Ben Sinnott. Like a lot of the other guys that we've been looking for, I want to see them with Jayden.
Don't hold your breath on Ben Sinnott. Don't hold your breath on that. I doubt that we're going to see that with Jayden.
Because the last game, Hartman didn't even look Jayden Lane way. It didn't seem like, I don't know. He just didn't get many opportunities. So I just want to see the offense flow, kind of get a slight feel. That's it.
You got a lot of wants for a preseason game, like you got wants for a game, like
offensive movement.
Yeah, like you gonna get all of this in 1 or 2 series. Probably.
I mean, you can see if the offense move the ball in 1 or 2 series.
I mean, you can see that, but I don't think you're gonna really.
Our offense, it ain't like we take shots all the time. We ain't got no receivers to take shots with. So
right.
So I'm trying to figure out. So it's gonna be long. It's gonna fuck around, be long drives,
dinking and dunking in. You want that's what you want?
Want to just move the ball.
Oh my God! For all that, we just need to bring Alex Smith out of retirement. We want to see dinking and dunking. Like, come on, man! Like what? You want Jayden to come in here? No, I'm not interested in it. Have him ready week 1 against the New York Giants, Abdul Carter and them. And that defensive front today, let's just get ready for that. All of this, no. Get Terry back out there, healthy Debo, whatever running backs we going into the season with, healthy tight ends, everybody healthy. Offensive line, get out, get Brandon Coleman back, get Cosme back out there. If he's going to come off the pup or whatever, if he's going to be active within the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season, we just get me to that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see none of them in the preseason. Not interested.
Not interested. So you made a smirk when I mentioned Bill in that backfield.
I mean, I get it, but keep trying to put Bill at the forefront.
Hey, I was saying it's fantasy draft.
Okay, you said Bill.
Go ahead. Come on with it.
You gotta relax on it, bro. I told you, I said, Z, you might have been on to something. All right, cool. I told you, I called him and I said, Z, I apologize. You might have been on to something. All right, but you ain't gotta keep saying it, bro. We see the writing on the wall, bro.
All
right, cool. But we ain't seen nothing though. But he out here. We ain't
Facts.
seen nothing. We seen two
Facts.
little cuts when somebody trying to touch him. Barely. They ain't even getting a thud on him. And we talking this and we talking that. Yeah, he
Nah,
can.
that
He
sucks
can
though.
move in that phone booth. I give him that much. But I need to see this live in the game. But I guess this is the opportunity that I've been asking for.
Mm-hmm. This definitely is. And I mean, just the defensive side of the ball. I want to see our one. I do want to see our ones against. They got them receivers, and Jamar gave whoever they played last week the business on that touchdown. Like a real test. I want to see our ones against their ones defensively
Yeah,
as
I want
well.
to. I agree. I do want to see the secondary against a receiving core of their stature to see if what we've been hearing coming out of training camp isn't just fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just because they know the plays and it's vanilla offense, being installed at this time, they're not really showing much. You don't have a Terry McLaurin out there. It's lesser competition. You got Debo. I just want to see. I want to see Trey Amos, match up with Chase. I want to see Mikey match up with Ishavas or Higgins. I also want to see Marshawn match up with one of them to see if he's really back. You know what I'm saying? See what's good. I also want to see the back end. I want to see Will Harris if he's going to come up and run support and knock somebody out, knock somebody's head off. I want to see Jeremy Reed, see if he can get more reps on this defense. And I also want to see Von Miller to see if he has that bend and see how they possibly are thinking about using him.
Yeah.
And the supporting cast that goes along with that. Frankie
Is he
Lou,
supposed to play? Is he going to play tomorrow?
who? Vaughn?
Yeah.
He didn't mention his name in that press conference. I know he said Bobby Wagner. I didn't hear Vaughn's name.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Outside of that too, though, I want like with the trade. I mean, with the release of Dom Hampton, that makes it it clears the way for like I want to say bigger role, but maybe feel more reps for Madrano. To kind of see him out there a little bit more, see what he got. They're saying that he's making a presence. He's in the spots. He's there and he's quick. So it seems like that attributed to pretty much Don Hampton being released. So I want to see what Madrano do as he continues to evolve back there, in that linebacker core. Because, last year's speed was definitely one of the areas that we suffered in that room. And then, of course, I want to see my guy, Jeremy Reeves, Joe Witt continue to talk about how he's going to continue to get him on the field so he can continue to make plays. So I want to see more Jeremy Reeves as well. So I mean, it's even though it's a preseason game, it's things to look forward to. And just see how everything pan out. Give us a little sample, a little sprinkle. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then let me see.
And I want to see if this kicker, like Matt Gay, go out and let's put him in some opportunities to
They
kick some
claim he
more.
ain't missed a kick the other day.
Yeah, that's the other day. Continue to show me longevity, consistency. Don't tell me no one practice he was 5 for 5. Like, come on, bro.
Go ahead. That's facts.
You need to put this kicker shit to bed. Like, it's becoming a distraction.
Yeah. I thought they had their guy. Hopefully it pans out. But yeah, then they end up. I think they gave him like a fully guaranteed contract or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got a lot of trust in him. But yeah, anything else you got?
No, just ready to get to this game tomorrow night and see what we can do, what we can put on film. I don't want to see Jayden in there too long. If we score on the first drive, he's in there, get him out of there. That's it. We didn't see
I agree.
And see some of them other people. Like, we got to figure out this third quarterback situation. Looks like Marcus isn't going to go. So, we need to see Hartman and Josh Johnson battle it out. If it was up to Reedie, Josh Johnson would be the first
Number
one out the
3 guy.
clubhouse
Yeah.
right now. But true competition, because I think next week when we play the Ravens, I don't really foresee any of that really matter, and I think they're going to know who they're going to keep regardless before they even go into that.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Well, if bro don't have anything else, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe at Reedie Zee on all platforms. Make sure you tune in to Money Command. Also on Wednesdays at 9:30, we do the Burgundy Breakdown on our collab show with Juan Gotti.